share my screen. And let's learn something together, guys. Let's learn something together now. All right, done. And boom. All right. All right. Storm, you can see my screen?
Yes, I can, brother.
Okay, good. All right, guys. All right, let's get it, guys. The name of this PowerPoint is called the Funding Blueprint. All right. Even though I sent you the PowerPoint, please take your pen and paper out and take notes. All right. Note takers are action takers. All right. Note makers are action takers. Shout out to my man Neo for that gem. So I need you guys to start writing notes. I want you guys to be prepared. All right. Pull out the notes app on your phone, on your desktop. I want you guys to get ready. All right. Let's get started. Now, we're going to talk about the 10 commandments of preparing yourself for getting funded. The 10 commandments for getting funded. Now, here's why this PowerPoint is also incredible too, guys. Whenever you see like the pink highlights right here, that means there's a link under there where I'm giving you resources that you can go to so you can get some gain. All right. It's not just the PowerPoint. I'm going to point you guys in the right direction. All right. So we're going to go over the 10 commandments to properly put yourself in position so that you can get funded for your business. Number one, you want to have a proper name for your business. All right. Huh, Herman? I don't understand what that means. My business already has a name. I understand that. But if you don't have a solid, good name, guys, that can hinder you from getting money, or it can limit you from how much money you can get. What do you mean by that? So the banks and the lenders, they have a secret list of restricted industries, restricted businesses that they hate giving money to, or they do not like giving money to. So instead of giving you a $10,000 credit card, guys, they're going to give you like a $5,000 credit card. So we got to put you in position so that from jump, the name of your company doesn't hinder you. Let's go down. Let's dig down a little bit deeper into it. So my business name, as you guys know, is Bella Sloan Enterprises, named after my first daughter, right? It's not called Bella Sloan Credit Repair. It's not called Bella Sloan Construction. It's not called Bella Sloan Business Funding. It's not called Bella Sloan Exotic Services. All those are called high risk industries where the banks hate giving money to those people. All right. Now I'm gonna get to this SIC code in a second, right? But I want to get that portion of the PowerPoint ready for you guys. So if you click on here, your name, your business name is connected to something called an SIC code. There's a code connected to it. So when you go to the bank and you're real friendly with the bank, I know some of you guys already did this already. When you're cool with the bank, you go in there and they ask you friendly questions. Hey, Herman, it's a pleasure to meet you. What's the name of your company? What does your business do? When they're asking you that, they're not trying to be nice. They're trying to attach an SIC code to your business. That's what they're trying to do. So say, for instance, you say you're in construction. Let's click on construction. They're going to be like, what type of construction you do? Because you see construction has all these different codes. Oh, I help build single family homes. So you're going to click on single family homes, right? And look at all the codes that are attached to it, guys. There's a bunch of them. So they could say, all right, your code is 1521. And they're going to put that in the bank application when you open up your business checking account. They're going to put that on your credit application. And then remember, these lenders have codes. They know what these codes mean. So they know when the computer sees when it's time for you to apply for some business funding, business credit, loans, lines of credit, whatever, they be like, oh, Herman has a construction company, right? That's on the restricted list. So we're going to deny the loan. We're going to deny the credit. We're not going to give him as much money. So that's why keeping your name general is super important. Yeah, I know it's a vanity play for my daughter, right? It's a vanity play, but also it's a play to ensure that I maximize how much money I get. So guys, off the top of my head, credit repair, business funding, alcohol, guns, banks, real estate, investment, anything that says financial services, if that's in your business name, you want to amend your LLC. All right, you want to change it. You just go to the Secretary of State website, you change the LLC information, right? So that you're not in that position where you're getting less funded. And guys, remember, that's the state. You also want to let the IRS know that you changed your business name. I want you guys to remember something. Your business is considered a person in the eyes of the law, but your business cannot speak. So you speak for your business. Bella Sloan Enterprises is a person. I speak for Bella Sloan Enterprises. Herman Dolce is separated from Bella Sloan Enterprises. That's why it's always good to separate yourself from your businesses. All right. And Storm's going to get into this a little bit deeper in his mentorship, where the business, the LLC, the corporation, that makes money. That is the production. Your trust is your protection. It protects the business from litigation, lawsuits, all that stuff. But that's just a deep dive. We're going to get into that later. That's different sauce. So number one, you need to have a proper name. That's commandment number one. Commandment number two, you want to have a solid business address, right? The banks want you to look as professional as possible. You walking into this bank on their turf, you're speaking to their employee, right? Because you're an employee of your company, right? Because you're separated from the business. You walk in to speak to their business in their brick and mortar location. So you want to move just like they move. We're doing business to business, right? So you want to have a real business address. So what's a resource for that, Herman? I put my home address, like it's not a real address. Like, what am I supposed to do? So I got a resource for you right here. The internet might be a little slow, but it's popping up. You need to have something called a virtual address. Virtual address. So the virtual address I like to use is called regis.com. There's many out there, guys, many, right? But you want to use a virtual address that's actually connected to a real brick and mortar building, right? Let me show you guys something real quick. So I was prepared for slow internet. Here's my business on Google, Bella Sloan Enterprises, right? There's my business address. You see everything about my business right there. Let's click on that picture. Let's see if the internet gonna play ball with me. Boom. Y'all see my business address? Y'all see that, guys? That's a real business address. It's a real location. Sorry about that. It's a real location. You can look outside of the building because, guys, these banks, there's a building right there. The bank is going to look at your business. They're going to look you up. I'm right up there on the 4th floor. That's where my offices are, Suite 400. I can go in there and rent out an office space, just have a quick meeting. If Ash come into town and I want to look pro to him, I'm gonna rent the room out for $50 for 2 hours. But for now, I don't need all that. I just need the address to put on a business application so I look legitimate, I look real. A lot of these virtual addresses out here is just a virtual address to a mailbox, right? So you want to make sure the virtual address that you choose is connected to a real professional looking building, all right? Because the banks are getting hip to the game. Now, here's a second thing that I want you to look at, all right? Because in order for you to get funding, right? I'll get to that in a second. This is the second reason why I want you guys not to use your home address as your business. Here it is right here. This is the Secretary of State of Pennsylvania, right? Because Bella Sloan Enterprises, the company that I control, not own, right? It's in Pennsylvania, right? Y'all see up the top, corporationspa.gov. So you could just search my business. So let's search my business. Let's see what's going on. Boom. Bella Sloan Enterprises, right? Y'all see the address right there? 610 Old York Road, Suite 400. Jenkintown, PA. Y'all see that? Can you imagine if my business, if my home address was there? That's a problem. That's dangerous. I don't want y'all to know where I live. I want everybody to know where I live. That's crazy. So for 2 reasons, to make yourself fundable, you want to have a virtual office. And for your protection and safety, change that. All right? Change that. So that's commandment number 2. Commandment number 3, you want to have a real business phone number. You want to look super professional, right? It's all about looking sexy and professional when you walk into these banks, right? We looking crazy out here giving them our cell phone numbers. No, can you get the cell phone number of Chase? Can you get the cell phone number of Wells Fargo? No, you can't. You got to look professional. When you walking into their matrix, you walk in, talking, you move just like they do. All right? Just like they do. You got to have a professional number. Write this down. You're going to go to freedomvoice.com. Freedomvoice.com. No P.O. box. Let me see if I could type it in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to type it in the chat so y'all could just click on it. Freedomvoice.com. That's a good one right there. Another one, culture.com. Herman, why are you giving us these? Because I've actually used them. I actually use them. How do you change the address? You're going to go to the Secretary of State website and ask for an amendment. It's real simple. Or you can call them. Like, hey, I want to change my business name. Anything that you can change about yourself. Remember, I said your business is considered a person. Anything you can change about a person, you can change about your business. You can change the name, because Google isn't called Google anymore, guys. It's called Alphabet. They changed their name. You can change your address. You can change your phone number. You can change your email. You can change your website. All those things can be changed, right? So you want to get yourself a real professional phone number. And what's good with these websites is that you're going to plug in your cell phone number on the back end, because we're small businesses here, right? Everybody ain't got a virtual assistant. Everybody got employees, right? So you give them the professional 1-800 number, you download the app on your phone, and guess what? Your cell phone going to ring. Hello, this is Bella Sloan Enterprises. How can I be of service? You looking professional. Commandment number 4. Commandment number 4. You need to have a real email, business email. My business email address is info@bellastoneenterprises.com. It is not Bella Sloan Enterprises at Gmail, Bella Sloan Enterprises at Yahoo, Bella Sloan at hotmail.net. I just said Hotmail. I just aged myself, right? You need to have a professional email. Move like they do in the Matrix. When you walk into a Chase bank and that guy gives you his business card, it's his name at chase.com. We doing business to business, not person to business. Bella Sloan is doing business with Chase. So I'm going to come correct. All right. Next up, you need to have a professional website, right? That's connected to the email, right? So if you go to bellasloan.enterprises.com, there's my website. I'm looking professional, a simple landing page. You got to have a web presence. You cannot ask a bank for $30, $40, $50, $60,000, but you don't have a $100 website. Nope, we're not doing that. It's 2022. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I have an S Corp. Should I change it to? No. You don't need to change an S Corp or an LLC. You don't need to do that. Any business entity that you have, these rules apply. Whether it's an S Corp, whether it's a C Corp, whether it's a nonprofit, 501c3, whatever entity you have, you don't need to change it, right? Now, Herman, should I get an LLC, S Corp, C Corp? That is a tax question, right? I'm not a tax professional, so I don't want to step out my lane, right? So I was an LLC, but I reached a certain tax bracket. My tax professional was like, all right, bro, we got to change you to a C Corp for many reasons, but that's another class. All right. You need to have a professional website, guys, a simple landing page. Your social media is not enough. When you walking into that bank for $25,000 so you can fund your t-shirt business, because you need to buy product, right? You need to advertise it, and you need employees. That's what you're going to tell them you need it for. But I'm going to talk about the funding game in a second, right? You're going to tell them why you need the bread. All right, wait, let me see your website. Huh? Oh, I sell my t-shirts on Instagram, and then I drop my Cash App in the DMs when it's time. What? You don't have a landing page? You don't have a SAM cart? There's not a checkout? No, we're good. No, thank you. Loan denied. But I got a 700 credit score. So my business is 2 years old, and you don't look professional. We're not going to give you that type of money. We'll give you $2,500 to start. How about that? And you come back and you prove yourself at a later time. All right. You got to cut it out. All right. We're looking professional, right? Now, the first half, we're halfway done with the 10 commandments. Now that your business is looking professional, you got the name, you got the address, you got the phone number, you got the email, you got the website. I don't care if you got Instagram and Twitter. That's cool, right? Now that information, guys, that's what you're going to put on the LLC. That's what you're going to put on the documentation. Because I know during COVID, man, everybody got laid off and we had to figure it out. And there's a bunch of smart entrepreneurs here. Y'all figured it out. Like, let me go start myself an LLC. I've been watching Herman on Instagram getting funded left and right. But we did it wrong, right? We put our names, we put our personal name, we put all this stuff. We did our EIN wrong. We did everything wrong. Now we're going to do it right. Now you're going to put the information on the LLC correctly. All right. And I gave you a resource. Hey, Herman, I'm new to this. I don't know how to do an LLC correctly. I got the link right here, guys. Click on the link. I give you my resource. This is full transparency. This is my brother's website. He used to work on Wall Street. He does LLCs, EINs, business plans. He does all that stuff. Right. So I need that. I just send people to him. Right. I can do the LLC if I want to, but I'm busy. I don't got time for that. I pay for peace. Let me send you somebody that can do it right. Right? Or you can go to YouTube University and figure it out on your own. But we just giving you the resources. So we said we're going to give you the game tonight, right? Now that you apply for your LLC, next thing you need is your EIN. All right. To my newbies in the room, your EIN is like the social security number for your business. Because remember, your business is a what? I said it 5 times already. Your business is a person, right? You are the mouthpiece for your business, right? So you go get your EIN. Click here, go to irs.gov. The resources right there. Boom. Go get yourself an EIN. Apply now, right? Give your business a social security number. Because think about it this way, guys. Your LLC, your S Corp, that's on the state level, right? You're getting that from the Secretary of State. The IRS, right? That's the feds. They got to know you exist too. That's federal. So they need your EIN. Your EIN is connected to the business, and it lets them know how to tax you, depending on what type of EIN you get, right? That's a deeper conversation, huh? There's different types of EIN. Yes, there is. Depending on the status of your EIN. Are you a sole member? Are you a multi-member business, right? That determines what tax bracket you in and how you get taxed. So real quick, I'm gonna give you guys a gem real quick, because remember, I'm gonna keep saying this over and over again, and Storm is gonna beat this into your head. Own nothing, control everything, right? Own nothing, control everything. All right, so I'm gonna put it in the chat. ONCE, once. That's an acronym one of my mentors taught me. All right, it's called once. Own nothing, control everything. All right. I see some people asking for websites. My brother website right here. You just click on llc.com. You guys have the link. Let me share it. I'm sorry, guys. I know Storm told me to just blast through this, but I want to make sure everybody gets this. Let me make sure, because I see there's some latecomers, right? I want to make sure you guys get the link. Copy. I'm gonna paste it again. Anybody who came in here late, I want to make sure you guys get the PowerPoint. So here's a copy of the PowerPoint. Click on it, save it. This is a great resource. All right, click on it and save it. I want to make sure you guys have that resource. All right, guys. All right, I'm gonna drop it in the chat again. All right, later on. So now you got the EIN, right? So guys, I want you guys to pay attention. So everybody that's on this call and you already had an EIN, if you look at your EIN, right, just write this note down. Make sure you ask yourself the question later. Does it say your name and does it say sole member on it? Does it say your name and does it say your sole member on it? Does it say Herman Dolce sole member and then it says Bella Sloan under it? That means you are directly connected to the business because you are the only member. You want your LLC to be separated from your LLC to be separated from you and the EIN to be separated from you. All right. You are just an employee of your company, right? You're just controlling it. You want to separate it. You don't have any liabilities in your name. All right. That's a conversation for a deeper call. Number 8 commandment. You're going to open up a business checking and a business savings account. A business checking and a business savings account. Why am I opening up both, Herm? Because it's like taking a beautiful young lady on a date. Don't go asking that young lady for anything unless you're taking her out on a date. Don't go walking into these banks, right, and asking them, oh, yeah, I saw this guy on Instagram. He said, if I got an LLC EIN, I could ask you for $10,000. That's not how it works. You have to have a couple of products with these banks. Then you got to get to know them a little better. So you're going to open up a business checking and a business savings account because they got something called a bank rating score. That's why when we was on live, we was telling you guys it's a little bit more than just your FICO score, right? It's a little bit more than that. So here's the little bit more. Open up a couple of products with these banks. You open up the checking, it's free to open up the savings. Just open it up. Here's another little thing that'll help you with the banks, increasing your bank score. Because now you got 2 products with them instead of 1. Now put a little deposit in there. My guy knew the entrepreneur. He said, yo, he calls it the 50-50 play. Put $50 in the checking, put $50 in the savings. All right? Because when you walk into the bank, you're going to give them your LLC, you're going to give them your EIN, you're going to give them your operating agreement, you're going to give them your ID, you're going to give them your documents, you're going to look professional. You're going to walk in there with your binder, everything printed out. You all pro. You already got your copy of your ID and everything already prepared. You came in there ready. And you got the $100 on the table. Yeah, put 50 in there. They're going to be like, oh, you've done this before. Yup. I'm trained and I am a professional at opening up businesses and running businesses, right? So now I'm giving you $50 to put in checking in the savings. Now, when you're done, they're going to ask you, I promise you, before you get up, they're like, hey, would you like to fund your business? As a matter of fact, I do. But let's put a pin in that because that's commandment number 10. Commandment number 9. Commandment number 9. You want to get 3 different bank accounts. A national bank account, a regional bank account, and a credit union. It's all about building relationships. Herman Dolce, CEO of Sloan Enterprises, is a notorious serial cheater. Oh, I cheat on Wells Fargo. I cheat on Chase. I cheat on Philadelphia Federal Credit Union. I cheat on everybody, right? I open up bank accounts everywhere because I want to build relationship with different banks and different lenders because I'm able to fund myself a lot better. Let me show you guys something real quick. So I prepared this, right? Credit unions, they're my favorite type of lenders. Do you know why they're my favorite type of lenders? Because they give away the most money, right? Their underwriting guidelines are a lot less strict than the big boys, than Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, US Bank. So start building relationship with the banks that are in your communities, guys. How do I do that, Herman? You're gonna type in credit union and the zip code where you at. Do you see the list that comes up just for me? In my business zip code, TrueMark, right? American Heritage. Y'all see that? Freedom Credit Union. Oh, look at all these right in my neighborhood. I'm gonna go to 2 or 3 of these a month. Once a week, I'm gonna go open up a bank account. You don't want to flood check systems too much, so you want to go to like one or knock out 2 or 3 banks a month. All right, build the relationships. So knock out the credit unions first. That's where I'm going to tell you guys to go first. So you're going to work backwards. You're going to knock out the credit unions. Then you're going to do regional. Then you're going to do national banks. All right. Then you're going to do that. Now you're going to ask for credit. That's the 10th commandment. That's the 10th commandment. Let's talk about the credit. Let's talk about the script. All right. Get your pens and papers out. Let's talk about the script. Now, this is just for the people who are eligible. If you're not eligible by what I'm about to say, we got to get the credit tight. We can help you do that. But if you, your friend, your business partner are in position, this is what you need. Minimum, you need a 680 credit score. Write that down. You need a 680 credit score at minimum before you start playing with these banks. Now, remember what I was saying on the live. It's not just your credit score. I've got people who got 700 credit score getting denied credit and they don't know why. Because it's not just what's on your credit score. It's the thickness of your credit. It is what is on your credit report. You are asking these banks for all this money, but all you have is a $500 secure credit card, right? And your mom's authorized user credit card. You're on your mama's card. They want to see primary cards on your credit report. They want to see what you have done with your money. They want to see what you have done with your credit. Listen, your credit score tells the bank one thing. How are you with debt? That's it. So you about to come to them for more debt to leverage. They just want to see how you moving with your debt. So show them that you're good with debt. So you need to have a 680 minimum. You need to have at least 2 credit cards on your credit report that are 2 years old, minimum, that are $2,500 limits, minimum. That's what looks sexy to them. That's the minimum. That minimum will get you $10,000 somewhere. That minimum alone. I'm gonna show you how in a second. All right. Then they want to see you have a good mix. What makes it, what tops the cake after that? You got a student loan, you got a car note, you got a mortgage, you got a couple of things on your credit report. Oh, this person is an adult. Your credit report is an adult report card. 40 years old with no credit. Nah, that's a D, that's an F, but that's okay. Because sometimes I didn't know this game before, Herman. Don't shame me. I'm not shaming you. We just didn't know. Now you know. All right. So proper name, proper address, phone number, email, professional website, put all that data on the LLC. Then you're going to get your EIN. Then you're going to open up a business checking, business savings at a credit union, regional, then national banks, right? Because after you're done with the credit unions, then you're going to go to the regional banks, like your key banks, right? Or like your regions banks in the South and Southeast, or like Tri-County, which is on the West Coast. Right? Then you're going to go to the national banks that are everywhere. Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. But by the time you get to nationals, you already got $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 in credit. You already got that. So let's talk about the script on how to do that. All right? Take your pens out. Start writing down. All right? Here's the script. You walk into the bank, you give them the documents, your credit profile is in order. All right, boom. I like to get some credit. They're going to ask you a couple of key questions, but I want you to be prepared. All right. How much do you want? How much money do I want? How much is your no doc program? How much is your no doc program? My no doc program, what is that? Because you are talking to an employee that hasn't been fully trained, you're going to walk in there sounding more educated than them. You're going to answer their question because they might not know it. How much money on a credit card can I ask before you ask for documentation? Oh, okay. Well, PNC, I know this guy because I have a relationship with PNC. You can ask them up to $20,000 on a business credit card before they ask you for profit and loss taxes or anything like that. Be like, okay, I want to apply for $20,000. Herman, don't that look shady? Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't look shady. Key Bank, right? That's a regional bank. You go up to $50,000, no doc. So you're going to ask them, yeah, you know what? I want $45,000. All right. Here's another thing. Before you book appointments to go into these banks, because you're going to like one bank a weekend, before you go in, hey, Freedom Credit Union, you're open this Saturday? Yes, we are. I'd like to book an appointment. Great. You got business credit there? Yes, we do. Where do you pull your credit bureau from? Right? Freedom Credit is going to tell you they pull from Experian. Great. You're going to call Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, another bank. Where do you pull from? Same questions. Oh, we pull from Equifax. Perfect. Truist, which used to be called BB&T. Where do you pull from? Oh, we pull from TransUnion. Perfect. Now you just went to 3 different banks and got 1 inquiry from each credit report, not 3 on 1 credit report. You see what you just did there? You got 3 lines of money, 1 inquiry. That's a gem for you. All right. Number 2 gem, when the second question, another question they're going to ask you when they ask how much money you want. They're going to ask you, how much revenue did your business do last year? Remember, this is a no doc program. Oh, my business did $250,000. Everybody write 250 in the chat. I want to see if you guys are alive because I've been rapping. All right. I've been rapping. Okay. To put 250 in the chat. Okay. I know you guys are there. Thank you. I want to make sure you guys are there. Put 250 in the chat. Herman, I made 250 in the chat. Mind your business and just follow instructions. You made 250 and you netted 200,000. You netted 200,000. Why net 200,000? Because I'm an online business. I don't have a lot of overhead because this is a no doc program. They're not going to ask for documentation because you're requesting such a low amount. Herman, $20,000 is a low amount. On the business side, it is. That's no money. 20,000 is no money. 30,000 is no money. That's no money because you're a business. I have a Best Buy business credit card and I have a Best Buy personal credit card. My business credit card is 30,000. My personal Best Buy is 10,000. Why is that? Because there's only so many flat screen TVs I could buy for my crib on the personal side. Why do I need a $30,000 personal Best Buy credit card? On the business side, though, I got employees. Everybody need a laptop. Everybody need an iPad. Everybody need headphones. Everybody need keyboards. Everybody need all this stuff. So I got to run it up. That's why business credit is way better. All right. Can I repeat with the 200? So the 250K, they're going to ask you a couple of questions, right? So the question they're going to ask you, yeah, I said key bank. We're going to get to these banks in a second. I'm going to give y'all game. Don't even worry about it. I got you. The 250,000, they're going to ask you how much your business made last year, right? So you're going to tell, oh, my business did 250 last year. All right. How much did it net? Oh, we netted about 200,000. Because they're going to give you a percentage of what you netted or what you grossed, depending on what the bank is. Sometimes they give you 10, sometimes they give you 15%. So you asking them for $20,000, but your business made 25. That's not crazy to them. Right? So the no doc question is, you're going to ask, because they're going to ask how much you want. We're like, well, how much can I ask before I have to give you documentation? Right? That's called the no doc program. Every bank has it. They probably don't call it the no doc program because that's why they don't know what it's called when you ask it, but that's basically what it is. All right, that's basically what it is. Now you're going to run the same play: credit union, regional banks, and national banks. You're going to build relationships everywhere. Some people said, "Hey, Herm, what if I got new credit?" Right? Let me drop something for you right quick. That's another training, and Ash and Storm not going to have it. So there's a link to my YouTube page to show you what to do if your credit is brand new. Yes, you can use somebody to personal guarantee. If you ain't got the good credit, your mama, because listen, we was using our mama for the wrong things. You put so many things in your mama's name. You put the electricity, the car note, you put everything in your mama name that could not handle it. No, put your if your mom can co-sign for your business to get you money that you can flip, then do that. Everybody keep asking for my Instagram page. Herman HCO was taken down, so that's Bella Sloan page. I can follow me there. I give gems out there. All right. If it's a new business, yes, you can still get funded. You can still get funded because it's brand new because you are co-signing for the business. All right. All right. Now, I want to make sure I answer. I want to make sure I got through the funding question. You're going to ask them for 250. You're going to say you netted 250. You're going to get between, let's say, guys, let me tell you this real quick. Let's go back to this real quick. So y'all see the banks here. We got TrueMark. We got American Heritage. We got Freedom Credit Union. We got Sun Federal. Once a week, guys, no messing around. On a bad day, if your credit is half decent, right? Half decent. You're gonna, if they say when they only give you 20,000, say when they give you 10,000, you just raised $40,000. Because remember, this webinar was raising 25,000. You just raised $40,000 in business funding, not on your credit report. You can max out these cards, it won't hurt your credit. 40,000, 0% interest up to a year. If you are on this call and I gave you the blueprint to get $40,000 and you don't know how to flip $40,000 in 12 months without you paying interest, you're in the wrong game. Because I got two goats on the line, Ash and Storm, that if I give you 40, they're going to show you what to do with 40 and how you could flip 40 at least 3-4 times before you got to pay interest on the money. All right. So those are the 10 commandments. Those are the 10 commandments right there. Now, let's move on. Now, I just dropped in the chat a link to my YouTube page called No Personal Guarantee, right? No personal guarantee. I'm also going to put in the chat another link to my YouTube page where it'll show you, because we ain't got that long of a time. We only got an hour. Where we'll show you what to do if your Herman, my credit, yes, you still get this PowerPoint. I got you. You're asking for $20,000 because they'll tell you what their no doc program is. They'll tell you, yo, you can ask for 20,000. I know on right now because I have a relationship with these banks. I know PNC is 20 grand. I know Key Bank about 50,000. So I'm gonna ask for just short. I'm just asking for just short. So listen, I don't want the whole 50. Give me like 40,000. Now they will give you that based on how thick your credit score is. Me, I got a 777, 800 credit score. They're gonna give me the 40, no questions asked. If you got like a 720, they probably gonna be like, we're not gonna give you 40, we'll give you 30. Cool. Well, you got a 680, you got the exact minimum. We're gonna give you 15,000. Cool. Because I'm about to go to 2-3 banks and run this up anyway. So I just dropped the link in the chat. Is another YouTube video of if your credit is new, what options you have. Because you got to build up your personal first and then get business credit. The time is going to pass anyway. Start now. So we gave you some gems on that. All right, Herm, can you please give me some no personal guarantee credit cards? If you was on my live at any time, this is not new information, but there's like 200 and some people in the room. Maybe this information is new. What do you mean? I can get credit, no personal guarantee? Absolutely. That's why this PowerPoint was written in pencil and not pen, because the game changes all the time and you want to make sure you're around people that understand the changes that are happening, right? Ash Cash is one of the best mentors that understand not only financial literacy, but how to become an author. He knows how that game has changed left and right. He'll tell you, you're going to put your book on Amazon. You need this. Let me have a sit down with you. Let's talk. You want to talk about people who understand the changes in the game, right? So listen, business credit changed a little bit. So like Divvy, one of my favorite credit cards, right? And guys, the resources are right here. I'm going to drop the link for the PowerPoint again at the end, right? If you click on the PowerPoint, you click on Divvy, it'll take you right to the application. I made it easy for you. Why do I love this credit card? Because they do not care what your credit score is. I know some of you guys are like, my business is new, my credit is trash. Here's option 1 for you, right? Divvy is called a plaid card or a fintech card. What that means is they're going to ask for the login to your business checking account, see how much money is sitting in there, and then they're going to give you credit based on that. Huh? That's right. The game has changed. Herman, how much are you going to give me if I got $14 in there? I don't know. I don't work for Divvy. That's a proprietary secret algorithm that they got. I don't know. But my clients are averaging between $10,000 and $40,000 in business credit, no personal guarantee. If you have a pulse and you have a business checking account that is 90 days old, they're going to make sure it's at least 3 months old, right? So you got a couple of dollars in there, they're going to give you money based on that. So it's a great start for you to get a little something. So I know somebody was on the live and was like, yo, I need money for my vending machine. Well, here's money for your vending machine. Go buy the candy, put it in the machine, right? Make the money in 30 days, pay down the card, keep the profits, and run it up over and over again. Rinse and repeat. No money coming out your pocket, right? And your credit score is not being hurt because you're maxing out your personal card because you're smarter than that. Another card is called Capital on Tap. There's the resource right there. You click on it, it'll take you right to the landing page, guys. They run the exact same way. You apply, you click Get Started, you apply for the card, you put your bank account information in there. You got 2-3 bank accounts. They're going to ask you for all 2-3 bank accounts. Run it up, make sure it look good, right? And then they're going to give you money based on that. All right. Now I put Your Llc, NAV, and Uline on here because I want you to also build up your business credit using your EIN solely. Because at some point, as your business grows, I don't want you using your social at all. I don't want you personally guaranteeing anything. So having these, all 5 of these will post on your business credit report, right? So that you can generate a paydex score, right? That is the score for your business. But for you to get these, there's one thing I didn't put in the PowerPoint, but this is important. I want you to get a DUNS number, all right? Duns and Bradstreet. That's like your secondary social security number. You're going to go to dunandbradstreet.com and you're going to get a DUNS number. Let me stop this real quick. Here it is, DUNS number. I want you to get a DUNS number, all right? Because these accounts that I just showed you on the screen, they're going to connect to your DUNS number so you can get a business credit score. Click right here. I have a US-based business. Boom. Look what they're asking. The legal name, legal address. Look at that. Isn't that what we discussed earlier? Yup. Gotta look super pro. Your Llc is like a company where, like, say for instance, you have logos, t-shirts or whatever. You can like purchase the t-shirts, get logos and stuff done, but they'll give you a line of business credit that you could pay in 30 days. And here's the other crazy thing, nav.com, right? This is where you go check to get your business credit score from. But here's what's crazy. The game doesn't change, guys. You see where it says business boost? This one right here is $39.99 a month. Because you are checking your business credit anyway, guess what they did? They just started this. They're going to put a trade line on your credit report. Isn't that wild? So it's like going to Experian.com or creditkarma.com. Just because you got it, they're going to put a good report on your credit report. That's what nav.com is doing now. All right. So that's why I put it on the PowerPoint. And lastly, everyone knows the grandfather mall Uline, right? You click on there, you go to Uline, purchase toilet tissue, batteries, whatever you want to purchase, but at least purchase at least $50 to $70 worth of items on their website, or else they will not report it to your business credit profile. All right. We about to wrap it up. Stick with me. All right. I'm gonna go to the next slide. Back to this one. Next slide. Back to this one. Herman, what is this? What are you showing us? I'm giving you guys my actual connections at the banks that give out a bag. Here are their names. Here are their phone numbers. And here are their emails. I cannot give you the blue. I can't give you more than this. My mentees probably on this call like, Herman, I paid for this information. You giving too much away. But they know I give more in the mentorship. We give more later, but we got to give them some free game. I want you guys to be in position. Use the blueprint. Go get this bag. All right. We got TrueMark. This is there's a credit union in Philly. I don't know who's in Philly, but there's a great bank right here. You get up to $25,000, no doc. Key Bank, I already told you, you get up to 50. Here's what I love about Key Bank, because I know Key Bank is in New York too, right? They pull your Equifax, but listen, guys, it's a soft pull. It's a soft pull on your credit report. It's not even an inquiry. PNC, they pull from Experian. All right, boom, next slide. We got Truist, used to be called BB&T. They pull from Equifax. Univest pull from Equifax. Penn Community, they pull from all 3. These banks are giving out at least $20,000, no doc. If your business, write this down, if your business is over 2 years old, you can ask for a line of credit also. Give me a $20,000 credit card and a $20,000 line of credit, right? Line of credit is good as cash. You just transfer that money right into your checking account. Ask for that line of credit. So now you go to Truist, you got a 2-year-old LLC or older, you give them the LLC documentation, your credit in order. Let me get a $20,000 credit card and a $20,000 line of credit. Guess what? That's one inquiry, but you got 2 lines of money. Isn't that wild? Let me give you another tip. This bank right here, TrueMark. You get a $20,000 credit card from them. Guess what? They're going to treat it like a line of credit. You could take the money right off the credit card and put it in your checking account. The people in Philly love this bank. They absolutely love this bank. Herman, I'm out of town. How can I get into these banks? Oh, that's too much sauce. That's for another day. That's the price of admission, right? One more thing, guys. One more sauce I want to give you. When you're opening up these bank accounts, stop telling me you're doing real estate or you're doing investments. Tell them I like to keep it general. I tell them I do business consulting. I do business consulting, business consultations with my clients. Why? Because that's not a restricted industry. It's light work. But you got to be specific. What type of business consulting? Well, I help small businesses start up. I teach them how to start up their LLCs, their EINs. I show them how to start up their websites. I even show them how to market their business, right? So you got to get real specific so they understand what SIC code to put next to your business. All right. So here are some great lenders right here. All right. You know, I keep giving y'all too much stuff. One last thing I'm going to give y'all. Then I'm going to get out of here. Because I've been talking too much. And I know Ash and Stormy giving me the side eye. They texting me right now. Right. So I got a plug at Chase. Right. This is just a secret for everybody that's on this call, all 250 y'all. So I'm going to whisper, this is not for everybody. All right. If you meet the requirements on this page, this is for people with really good credit. 700 plus. If you got a 720 and above, this is for you. You have a Chase business checking account, go get one. You got a $10,000 primary credit card on your credit report, 3 or 4 primaries, low utilization, no dot, nothing negative. You can get up to a $50,000 credit card. My plug is just going to press the button. All right. LLC got to be a year old. They're going to charge you 10% funding fee. If you meet these requirements, text the word Chase to the number on the screen, and he's just going to take care of you. That's a free one. I get nothing for that. I just want y'all to be put in position. That's yours. That's all yours. It's been a pleasure. You guys have been amazing. I see the chat is going crazy. I mean, you guys are paying attention. Y'all listening. If you have any questions, guys, my team would love to support you. Here's my contact information. It's the Instagram page. I think you could click on it. Yeah, it's live. It's an Instagram page. You go right to it. Here's the email. Here's the phone number. You guys have been amazing. I appreciate it. And as promised, I'm going to share, copy, boom. Y'all see it. I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. Boom. So everybody in the chat, y'all got the link to that PowerPoint. Y'all got the highlights. So y'all could click on it and get the sauce and get all the game. I am out of here. Storm, talk to me, bro.
Man, oh man, oh
yo,
man.
Crazy.
Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash. Talk to him, man. Let me wrap my head.
Did I do too much?
Yo. Can y'all show him some love? There we go. We got the fire emojis in here. We got the thank yous. We got, oh man, appreciate it.
Ooh.
Man.
Brother.
I wanted to make sure I deliver. Y'all guys came and pulled me out. And y'all was like, Herm, just do me right. I said I was going to do y'all right. I hope I made y'all proud, Storm.
Bro, you did super duper. And I want to let everybody know, especially the people in my mentorship class tomorrow, I got something special for you guys. I'm going to have the class tomorrow. He provided with some great information. Herman, you want to take a few questions we got in here?
Yeah. Let me take some few questions. I'm in the Q&A. I'm in the Q&A right now. Yeah, I see the Q&A. What SIC code should we use to keep it general? What do you do when they ask where the revenue comes from, especially when it's income from rentals? That's an anonymous attendee. That's a great question. What SIC code should you use to keep it general? So what you're going to do, you're going to go back to my PowerPoint, right? And then where it says business name, you're going to click on there and you're going to go to the SIC page, right? And you're going to find the SIC code that is connected to your business. Right. So I said business consultant. If you type in business consultant, a bunch of them are going to come up. Pick something specific, a software business consultant, construction business consultant. So get real specific with it. All right. Oh, there's my guy, Andre. Look in the chat real quick. Andre just dropped the SIC code for business consultant. Andre, man, you supportive, man. I appreciate you. He's one of my mentees. I appreciate you. Boom. Somebody, next question. If you already have an EIN for your sole prop, do you need to apply for an EIN when you do your LLC? Yes, you do, because the EIN is connected to a sole prop. But Donna, we're not doing sole props no more. We're separating ourselves from our businesses in all ways and in all ways. All right. Do you open up, next question, do you open up a checking and savings at each account? Yes, I do. Every account, bank account that I go to, I open up a business checking, business saving account, put $50 in each account. So I'm forming a relationship with the bank. All right. So by the time I walk out of there, I have a checking product, I have a savings product, I have a credit product with them, and I gave them a couple dollars. Okay. Next question. I was told to get all the accounts on the same day. Yes, get a business checking and a business savings account on the same day. It's the same paperwork. They just check another box. It's not hard. Can you run back the details on calling the banks and the credit bureau? So, yes, you should take the name financial out of your business name, Dion. All right. So, calling the bank. So when you call the banks, I like to call ahead. I don't like to waste their time, and I don't like to waste my time. So I'm gonna call Philadelphia Federal Credit Union. Hey, can I speak to the business department? Hey, my name is Herman Dolce, Sloan Enterprises. I'm the CEO of the company. I like to come in and get business credit, open up a business. I want to do some relationship with you guys. Oh, we would love to have you. Yeah, before I come in, you guys have business checking accounts? Of course we do. And you do business savings? Absolutely. Excellent. I think I want to get funding from you too. Do you do business credit and business lines of credit? Absolutely. What credit bureau do you pull from? Oh, we pull from Equifax. Take notes. You're going to do research on them before you go do business with them. They need you. You don't need them. They need your money. They need your money because they're going to lend your money out. Okay. So you're going to ask them what credit bureau do they pull from? So you're going to have a list of what credit bureau they pull from. If your business is a month old, LeBron, it doesn't matter because you're going to personally guarantee it. They're going to be like, well, listen, his business is new, but he has good credit. He's a professional, right? Let's see what type of funding we can get him. All right. Which bureau do TrueMark pull from? LeBron, I don't know. I don't want to lie to you. I'm almost certain it's Experian though, but I don't want to lie. So if it's a new business, how can I say my business made $250,000 last year? That's a great question. I was a sole proprietor last year. Now I'm professional because the business existed before. I was running it out of my name. Will asked a great question. For the EIN, can you explain about how keeping the name separate? For the EIN, can you explain about how keeping the name separate? I'm not sure I understand that question, Will. I'm not sure I understand that question. Is a notary a high-risk industry? Let me bless you guys again. Everybody check the chat. Everybody check the chat. Everybody check the chat. That's the link, right, to all the high-risk industries. That's the list right there. Everybody check the chat. Click on it, save it. Click on it, save it. Click on it, save it. All right, I'm going to do 2 more questions. All right. Can we run this play for a property management company? I don't recommend it. Now, there's some banks that do not mind. They don't mind real estate, but the majority of the banks don't. So property management lets them know that you're doing real estate. Okay.
So if you read between the lines, it's saying you're always a marketing company. You're always business consulting.
Right.
And once you get the money,
it's none of their business.
It's none of their business.
It's none of their business. It's none of their business. And last question, can I use a shelf corp to seem like I was in business longer? Yes, you can purchase a shelf corporation, right? So I'm gonna give you a gem here. Yes, you can use a shelf corporation. Always be careful with shelf corporation, guys. My company does sell them, but you don't have to buy them through me. I just want everybody to do your research. I'm just some guy on the internet you met, right? When you're buying a shelf corporation, make sure it's legitimate. You want to make sure there's no taxes on it. You want to make sure it's in good standing with the state. You want to make sure you get a certificate of authenticity and a certificate that it's in good standing. If the person you're purchasing it from cannot give you that information upon purchase, then you probably shouldn't get it. But yes, you can like people buy businesses all the time. Somebody could buy Bella Stone all the time. That's a shelf corp. Yeah, this business is 5 years old. The LLC is 5 years old. Knock yourself out. We switched the EIs and switched the name. Now it's all yours. All right. So those are amazing, amazing, solid questions. That means you guys were paying attention. That means you guys were attentive. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys.